The bed is...
The option to go to...
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. And then sleep. And then sleep doesn't come. Obviously, you're in bed with your... Maybe it's the bed's... It's a little better. Colors, your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood? Do you remember your wife's hand? Tell me. No, you failed Elysium. You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around.
So something is wrong. Oh yeah. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Good going, buddy. Oh, you mean, why are you so tired? Too tired, and it's just that you're too weak to say no now. Wait, of course, you and Speed.
Find Speed and sniff it. Alright. Can't be too hard.
Morning. Looks
Hey
like
Kim,
we can
how you
get to work
doing,
at
man?
once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. A complete one loose thread less to worry. Everything, which may, of course. I mean, men who drink beer for breakfast? That would just escalate. In fact, even the death. One more thing.
Yeah, streetwise, but aren't you?
They're in no hurry.
Can I help you? Got the 20 rand. This again, but this establishment...
Frita, near the gates. They'll exchange it.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember...
And there's...
The closest...
It's fine. Please, the union office probably has a phone, but till it, the young... I was...
A little missing persons puzzle.
That's just it.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds.
You have more important things to worry about. Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying but they should have...
The water lock. That was broken. Could this be it?
Oh my. What happened to the water? Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful.
You're welcome.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to...
Yes.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for... Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it.
Let me handle this. Detective Disorientated.
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
That's right. I am not a gardener. So let's get to it. Your look, that's Titus.
It doesn't matter.
She said, could this be the Miss Buford that Easy Leo mentioned?
Like I already told, I said,
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eye.
you are not here to chat up the legal counsel. What you want is of no What are we, the union? If anything, it is the RCM who agree.
Just
Listen.
fuck.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. Let's.
Looking for something?
The tear machines, your bottles clunk. Do you know what you...
Is this about the questions again? Anything else I can...
No, you don't. Blow the whole thing on speed. And she looks up.
Yes. What we have is there, in the medicine cabinet. Go take a look yourself. A warehouse? I don't...
She looks up.
Fine. For it doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
A colourful... There. In that dark green.
But I'm a...
Know this. You will never finish your alcohol quest if you don't buy beautiful alcohol.
Here you go, mister. Here you go, mister.
You see several packaged raincoats.
Here you go.
Well, hello. What a solid cat. Wow. There's a satisfying... A golden sun melts down your throat. Its rays filling your nostrils with sunshine. Your stomach melts from it into a happy...
In the bottom right corner of the screen.
From the void we came. There it is. A brick. You picked the best one. This soldier is... Get a load of this rock and roll cop hair, people. Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body.
In the bottom right...
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time. I'm very glad to hear that, Harry.
He's trying to figure out if you're lying.
You're right, Harry. You only had to unlock the...
He was...
Now let's get down to brass tacks. By now, Harry, this strike...
You mean our victim?
A security contract. I'm talking beast. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a... No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical, and so is the village. But the... Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brute. But enough about... One of them got...
What makes you think the wild pipe...
Harry, we got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling. There's a militant wing inside the Union.
That sounds a bit...
They're like you...
Again.
So these...
He probably...
Aren't you worried?
Oh, I'm not at all worried.
He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error. Anyway.
How do... Last week, these guys...
So you be...
You said it.
That does sound quite unlikely. Yes.
Oh, racist... I have...
Yes, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oddly.
Believe me, but he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks.
Would he?
Oh, you're too kind, Harry. Way too kind. I know I'm not... Oh, the old Theo.
Interesting.
They're almost... Work with them. You know what, Harry?
The lieutenant marks something in his notebook.
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend.
When you meet this, Titus.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
The lieutenant watches you pocket the banknote.
Good boy. A real team player. Now, do you have any more questions? Was it a good talk? I don't know what... Yes, Harry?
A man of the left. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
You're saying it, but I don't believe you.
And what would this...
Once again, I require nothing unethical. You bring joy to my heart, Harry. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then, I'll... Most certainly, Harry. Nothing brightens my day like brainstorming these... By all means, Harry. What's on your mind? See you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding.
not presume. True. I said nothing about our personal racists are I am not like them.
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be small.
You exhibit forward projection of the jaw. It is impossible. This leads me to conclude your racial...
He's right there. It's almost impossible to get it on unless you're both drunk. It's
don't be vulgar. White or not has Mr. Also, to serve is not...
He looks toward the harbor.
I am...
You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly... Find out for yourself and don't...
Interesting.
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Stop showing.
He had nothing. Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs in? Volumetric ship compressor.
What's it to you? Am I a...
Every once in a while, it's like...
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Work, Ted?
Pretty okay as far as...
We're done here.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below, as you breathe in, it's a puzzle. What's hanging?
Did you?
The man before you, the material delicate. These are clearly not.
Indeed.
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo. It's
ceramic plate. Under the heel. Fair weather. We should keep a lookout.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil. The sabatons dangle off the man.
We should keep...
If you wear those pieces...
No, I think he had something...
Nice. That makes sense.
They usually hang them completely naked for that.
Clearly, Kuno would like to interject something here. But there's not enough for him to hold on to.
It is. We've requested for a full...
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer...
By catching, do you mean... Let's not log them as evidence? Let's... It means disciplinary hearing. Looks like he worked for a private...
Suddenly your biceps, your fist connects to the boot with...
Did you hear that? A click? This is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads the incoming energy horizontally, from plate to plate. When the plates...
Faint, organic, like whirls of floorboards. If trees were made with smooth, the whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination.
Good. Can you read it?
X54.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kine.
The cadaver, the hang, this Oma, vermilion.
No, Airlifting. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to the brief suggested as much. Politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not? Then you should ask me the first moment we get. I was afraid it would be. A noose. That ladder can't...
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. The cadaver hang an intricate web of blue line.
A map of the star.
As if someone...
So am I.
He takes a thin piece.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small...
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it? It contains insight to the victim's person. This was a man, sure.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by. His mouth... As you know, this is only the lower...
I see it.
The monster.
So, what do you think? Agreed.
You would still like the hypostasis marks in the neck to be a bit more pronounced.
There's always a chance. We should check... Agreed.
You would still like the...
Yes, there's always a chance. Agreed.
You would still like the
Maybe it looks faint to you? It could be more pronounced, actually. Yes, there's always a chance we are wrong. The victim...
The talking about
Maybe. I do.
Stop. He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
I do.
Stop. He means you fucked him up good.
But there is no breath to catch. His dark brown hair grows on his head. The corpse is dead silent.
Who is he?
The corpse looks right through you as you...
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. He doesn't act...
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. Someone else? Someone like a... I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast. Someone else? You mean... So I know it's hard, but I assure there has to be a less risky way. We are not getting him down.
Yeah!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Where?
Yeah! No,
the lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he wants to shoot some gun. On the other, it's an awfully stupid idea. Silence. And produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel. Separates the scouring stick and gives the cartridge 5. That's a... He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls.
God damn it.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not Kuno.
The lieutenant.
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely. It's... Go ahead.
This is the... Yeah, take it, you fucking banana boy.
The cold...
The fuck are you wait...
The buckle.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you...
You'll feel the slow...
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
I agree. Enough gunslinging for today. We need to go to the harbor and ask the leader of the Union to have... I did not want...
You need to suck my...
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as...
You might have noticed there's one hanging.
Oh my. Don't take this question...
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel ring. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real... But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you. Jean-Luc, the cop who bested you in physical combat is here, and he has a little dead body in a tree problem. You can find Luke down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you.
Your race descent has temporal. So it was. You bested me in race combat to reach my superior. Then
You're so noble, man.
There's a but.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you.
This is the comfortable result of not taking it on ourselves.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise. Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead.
So, you guys are like cops or something? Look at him. His craniometric perfection. Are you cops or what? Cool. I like men with guns and power. I'm Katya back.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Evrod's lapdogs!
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. The man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today. Farewell, ham sandwich.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you! Things are busy enough. You're going to waste less of my time?
The hulking man oozes stark skepticism.
We were promised work. We'd be in. Main gate's locked, and I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean... Yeah, I saw your ballerina moves up there. You caught him off guard. That only happens once. Now he's alert, like
It would be better for the neighborhood.
No! They will give up.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event. That some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags, and then accelerated straight into. The driver proceeded to back out before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
You are correct. This is a rather
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went.
You missed a good show before. A kid came back.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
Shoot that shit at Kuno, Pigonaut. Fucking right, pig. Kuno's feeling fuck no, pig. Kuno ain't dealing to the...
Lying the act. He's actually telling the truth. Or at least he's got to at least know a source. You need to befriend him first.
The fuck about it? Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. Kuno's fucking's got what? Look at him. Fucking Kuno doesn't give a... Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea. Rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno kicked that... Yeah? That shit means nothing. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. Yeah, cocking boot.
Yes, you met him at the gates. The one with the boots.
Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about...
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information? Yes, pray pardon, sire. Better to let it be. I did not mean to make you paranoid.
Fuck are you talking about? What is this?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Oh.
You hear the lieutenant hum.
You're Get lost! The fuck do you want with it? Good call, Pigmeister. Kuno...
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field of... Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3.
The RCM's 4-phase murder scene.
The fuck are they on?
A cop's gonna cut his shit up.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Come on, officer.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Et puis...
Unfortunately, no. And hygienically? Let's not go glove hunting, please. Let's use division of labor. I perform the anatomical side. while you take notes. That's right.
Yeah, we got this. We're smart. The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright above those, an 11 field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
That's you.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings.
KK57.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57. That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
And what would that make the alphanumeric?
HDB 41 0803. Help me out with the time of day, anyone? Let's say 1300. A good time to start. 10:15. It's understated.
Good. Let's go with that. NA. Next, NA. Roughly 50.
Try 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side. He nods.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague. The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither...
Fucky!
Male.
Pigs can have sex?
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and...
We're still going with March 4th. 51. What else? 9. Body identified by... is non-applicable.
HDB 41 0803.
None. At least not after the initial examination. Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
A silent nod. The lieutenant places his... Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row. Elsewhere yet, an obese female. The building is tall. 7 and so, all across Jamrock.
We should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boot has a serial number. It's E50, tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo, well-nourished, athletically. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back.
His hair feels wet, soaked with rain, cold to touch.
Lividity is
Fucking low velocity? Talking shit about...
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest, consistent with predation. Ligature mark. The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt, so...
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters. The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
Always good to think ahead. Now... we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark.
See?
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
You jam the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already they're buried.
Yeah, fuck!
Told you my...
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
He sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing. Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls up.
Here. The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is chest is intact, normal contour, abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact.
No! I fucking...
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven. You should touch it.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but...
Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip. Before you is a temple of pain.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades.
Last item, hands. Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next? Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it.
Yeah, Jack!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is in respiratory system. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen.
No scream. No sigh. No, you don't. You can keep it in. You can keep anything in. You managed to suppress the contractions trying to enter your stomach. All mute silence is always.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus. Hepatobiliary. NA. Are you a hepatobiliary expert? Same for toxicology and serology. NA. Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the gastrointestinal.
This will...
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila. What's next on the list? Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too. Head, chest, and scalp bite mark in... And your opinion, officer? Agreed. Next injury? So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to...
Right. Next. A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of...
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side, the ring around his neck.
Why do you say that? Okay. Why don't you think it was fatal? Honestly, I'm not sure there weren't marks on his wrist. That part got blurry for me. The stench. But you are right, let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over. It was, we were thorough with the list of...
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective.
Now, you see, that worries me. You will die if you drink. I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg for processing.
You tilt your head. Also, I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
I'm gone in the past. I'm a joke. A kid. Go ahead. What do you ask me more questions? Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori feature.
Okay. I need a little help for carrying him to the holding. Continue working here. The locals, the case, or attend to your own business. I will meet you downstairs.
This means Lieutenant Kisuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. If you have nothing to do, read books or sit on the bench on...
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period, and there is no loophole. The simple truth is, the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months. Once the construction starts, it'll probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn. Well, you could trick Everard. Get some random people to sign the document. By the time the union boss finds it, the youth say it's going to be all. This is either an ominous, my money is on call. An intricate way. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky, but gone. For you to discover. You've got someone close to the victim, someone who knows about history could tell you.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window.
This is where you say your bit.
Hey, dipshit. Your heart. Do not let their squeals disturb your serenity. These are but simple peasants, sire.
Yo. Why not use him here? Why not?
Oh, this is about...
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for.
Oh, he was a I can't for the laugh of.
You might.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first degree. Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match.
The pretty boy. You really do.
Evidence. Show them you have it. It doesn't have to be conclusive.
Container belt, like we used, because we took it from the harbor where we were.
As he speaks, his fists contract.
We did this together, all of us, until goddamn.
No, these 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened?
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
Hey. Yeah, I plan on it.
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you...
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
Who do you fucking think does?
It wasn't a question, dickwad.
This asshole is worse than... Titus runs the Hardy Boys.
I think you got your...
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out of line. In my end, he stepped out of line. The kind that shows up when you start a strike.
A live grenade.
I can't prove it, but I know. Wrong? He harassed women, raped.
From rape to harassment to he regrets mentioning it.
To kill us all if we don't open the gates.
Yeah, he said it was... Yeah. Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt?
Aren't you fucking listening?
Yeah, me and...
There's something... Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
Aren't you?
Yeah.
There's something... Seems like they don't want to...
No.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
We hanged him up by his neck.
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
Look, I'm not gonna play.
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clapped him in the back of the head.
That's right, lawman.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first. Then see if it all adds up.
Right fucking here. Eugene already told you that the fuck had...
Yeah, man. Weren't you listening?
My fucking elbow, Copper.
Samaran boxing, or Sambo, is an eloquently violent set of one-on-one fights. He may be lying, but he's good at it. No twitching, no rushing, no uncalled for details. Actually, they're admirably, surprisingly composed. Well, this one, but he's always...
Like what, Copper?
You don't have to keep...
I know, Lizzie. Relax.
Known him?
Yeah!
Quiet, the stupid... Why don't you...
That's enough insinuation.
How many people...
Chaise électrique is the method...
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life. Oh, so you are just a simple, well-meaning man, eh? Ever been in Sori?
The fucker got what was coming to him. Our conscience is clean.
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. You should go back to Jamrock, to your station.
Yes. Run home. Lonely. Rent a cop. Real law officials are done with you.
Rent-a-cop. So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equal. Starting from the sitting across, and then the emblem in the far corner, standard on his, let's call size in conclusion. Exactly. You've stood there for about...
The fuck is with you, fella? What are you talking about, madman? Or what? You want to be the...
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could make...
This person Glenn wants to hire. She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl.
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here.
It has to be good if he was...
Sorry, boss.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy.
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us? You gonna let him talk to me like that, Titus?
Let's see. The old man sent word you'd be around again. That's the reason I'm being so forthcoming.
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
Again.
Good one, Titus.
We...
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop?
Maybe wrap it up instead?
About fucking time.
I've got nothing to say to you. I am not.
You could be, Liz. You could be anything.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International.
Please, do.
It's not her. She's not a Hardy girl.
Hello? Me? No one.
She doesn't really... If she's such a working-class woman, why isn't she working?
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class. I know you are. What with? My husband? No, he's not. You're welcome.
Her hand, an array of neurons fire up with joy. Bum her a cigarette, lest it turn to pain.
No, I don't. Why do you think that I smoke? It's not like yours look much better. I already told you.
She's lying. She's goddamn lying. She has smokes.
Sorry, officer. From the kiosk?
She sighs. The woman...
The fuck?
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies. I already told you. Just let it go, officer. Go.
She recites it like it's a poem, or like she's playing a role she's grown tired of.
No! Okay, fine. It's because this place is cursed. Are you happy now, officer? Happy?
Take it easy. You've broken her resistance. Pushing her further will gain nothing.
Yes, the wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the dark. Oh, there are numerous
Desert pygmy shamans. Doesn't seem like the spell is working. There are no customers around.
Sir, I am well educated in the commercial and esoteric arts. I know what to do and what to avoid. You're right. A bookstore wasn't even my original plan. I actually wanted to... My husband... But being cultured doesn't offer any protection against the curse, does it? Maybe I shouldn't... The curse. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy. It's not just... There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie lingering presence. As if I was on... Most certainly not.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective. Time to fire up.
What does that even mean? Do you take me for a complete fool? Leave it to
Damn
me
it.
and just go...
The curtains.
Nothing.
She speaks oddly enough. The more she tries to draw... You see a dimly lit room.
I warned you. You're on...
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not... A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the doorframe. It's got...
What are you doing, officer?
A barbell lies on its 60 kilograms. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
You broke down? The back, I suppose it's all over now. I guess there's... Okay, I'm willing to listen. We are set on the path. There's...
Her facade has dropped. Now...
But, before we go on, did you encounter... You did? Then it has to be true. I've suspected that this woman-shaped energy must be... Yes, some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go... Okay, but please, only a few questions. Yes, the Simonese are very crafty, and their wards...
The woman before you scans the store. Her shoulder... striking.
Good afternoon. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines. I'm glad to... I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will. Gladly. That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this. Quite a few things, The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your name and badge number. What happened to it, Detective?
'Twas stolen by some artist, surely. Best to pin the blame on them. Everyone knows you can't.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge? Oh dear. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking. However...
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement. She's a negotiator.
I will be frank with you.
You're in.
Reports from
They're profiting.
the company, or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a loss. It's quite straight meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might... Yes, but...
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
Precise.
How convenient that they're stranded.
Perhaps you've noted, albeit...
Uncovering Union secrets could also give you an...
Yes? Excellent. It may come... In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be... What?
There was a touch of discomfort there.
The Pine, and that is...
The Wild Pines group is one of the original Revacholian...
Why, thank you.
She nods.
At first, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade and Aliments. That gives me the right to silence. I am glad you...
You'd be shooting yourself.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike. First, you'd have to repeal the emergency. I am glad you...
You'd be...
But I am derailing us. You want... I believe...
No way.
They're not. Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 2-meter 20... Yes. Jean... Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped. I arrived 3... I wasn't the The Union...
Ludicrous, even. It's meant.
Mr. Clare told him to... Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you... Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator. The scabs. You mean the huddled masses of... If they were organized by...
It's implied. She's...
There are leaflets everywhere, and every worker.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker a member of the board. Fortunately, just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, I'm not sure. And now, people are getting linked. Everard Clare? Of course not. Everard is fantastic. He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen. Have you seen him? Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does. And when it's how they circumvent the term limits, you see. But the Debarders organize labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened, and thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of... Yes. On the last day of the local chapter, downright haunt. The point of the presentation is, these kind... Of course. How else can I help? You have. And how did you like Mr. Clare? Of course, Detective. I don't... How could I stop?
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to tell her. She'll like you for it.
A referral, you mean?
My liege, this woman has half convinced herself already. All it would take is a little nudge.
Such referrals may sometimes get you information from a man like Everard. Did it? The company did not send. I just hope you don't.
Let's keep it that way. She means to add, but then doesn't.
Yes, that's the talk about town. The Hardy. How benevolent. Well, I hope it yields something. Otherwise, you'll have opened that door for naught. I wouldn't.
No, it was more like he wanted things to get worse. In secret, of course.
Or he wants you and me to believe.
Of course, brinkmanship takes showmanship. We should have seen it before.
I'll think it over, Detective.
Have I underestimated the Union's ferocity? She has to ask herself by now.
What you've said is quite... Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. Ah, yes.
With longing. Clear and simple longing. Strange. Why does she want to go there?
A youth centre with it. Go ahead. Help. I should... Is probably... Yes. Not overly. We told...
She's sentimental, all right. You...
Yes.
She is more...
Full of ghosts and ancient memories. Of course. Until then, is there anything I can help you with? That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for what... Better not tie the Force Day to the Bat's Day on this. Of course.
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis. Go ahead.
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor.
Yes, yes. I know who...
Somewhere in the building, a child...
What's he in trouble for? Talk?
What was so funny?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to... Ask away. Oh, I think something to do with all those stars. That's what I said. Astrology. Oh, I think the symbol. Huh. Oh, I think the symbol of what and how?
The clash of ideas and atrocities are, she mumbles, some kind of a response. And all, she hasn't spoken to... Hey. Psst. Psst. Yes, you. Word on the street is, you're ready to start building communism again. You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impel. Okay, everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big commune? Very well. No objections. It's mathematically impossible to achieve. Did someone meet anyone? Anyone else? There's no one. A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the... What happened here? It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Sadly, not indeed. You hear something. The walking stops. A poor communal.
Do I have to? Do you have?
It's generally a poor.
Do I? Do you have?
It's gen.
Give me a moment. Ask away, policeman. Some lunatic lost. The hell am I supposed? People.
They probably just moved.
No one. Maybe it's those countercultural. Great. Young people.
She mumbles. Some kind. You hear someone walking around inside. There's no sweet talk. You have plenty of reason to enter.
Oh,
Well,
Satisfied? Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for... Very well, but please... I need to get it... It was...
a sudden...
But that was months ago. Oh, that's... And again...
So,
A whole...
the sum must have been puny.
Well, it does not disappear from my hands. No, these I'll tell you. Don't ask. Both apartments are now... Of course.
This door is made of metal, and number 28. No one. Looks like it. No one. Looks like he isn't home.
Give me a moment. I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them. Yes.
Your statements are... What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez. It's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience. It is not a place. It is an Yawn. Speaking of, history's great. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless. If it's tisked, you may never... What rationale? What a fucking joke. Partly because it's also post-industrial. Slow down. That's right. Remember. Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of a great fort. The tenement acted as a defensive. Those are only through underwater iron. The way what didn't fall into the ocean. A fleet they massed. Many us coalition warship.
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent. I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, had a
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? This shit. You ain't seen nothing yet, piggy boo.
The lieutenant. Hatred, disgust. It's difficult. The woman.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an...
Ozon is an architect.
On a first-name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving. Pig's not half as dumb as he looks. Can't you... I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words. Yeah? Thanks.
She means the opposite.
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Watch.
You talking to me? What's up?
Hello again, officers. Have you... Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner. It doesn't have to do anything up. Yes. Does anyone in a... Shoot, Piggy.
Give me a moment. Ask away, policeman. The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She leaves an old lady to her...
She mumbles. So
Have you no shame? Whining about your back.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see it.
these manly men are playing balls. This is a... No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
See? Your munching and complaining have ruined.
Ah, mon Dieu.
I hope you're...
Trying to throw something as close to a predetermined... Shush. Ignore them. They don't know what they're doing. They're old. You are letting down yourself and the team. Doesn't matter what team. Pick eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky.
Sure, officer. I am René Arnaud. And my specially abled partner here is Gaston Martin. How can we help you? Yes, the Débardeurs Union pays me. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working. No one. Yes.
Look, officer. The container yard.
The possibility of someone being...
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabinier's pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words. Oh, I didn't mean to imply there's something wrong with that.
Yes, yes, yes. Can we conclude the topic of my guard boost now? She?
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Yes, yes. Like I said, unfortunately, in Martinez, cop is a...
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is...
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the paperwork and other administrative duties.
Oh, René. If you're... Oh.
A superpower. Feared and decisive a nation.
Don't get...
The Carabinier does...
Right. Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety. No. It was left by... Why what? Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country. Execute your supreme leadership. Fine. What do you want now, then? Sad should have...
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
Because this place is a Yes.
He finds your lack of historic knowledge troubling. A sign of mental
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are of this year.
Blood ground. You got old René good.
Damn, the rest of...
Well,
you don't even...
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
Preposterous! Surely you don't mean it. I'm just sorry it had to be them. I would have preferred if they... Instead, this is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with. The suzerain... It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth.
I have...
Yes.
René. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day? Oh...
Do not defile her memory, Gaston.
We knew she was...
And then you stole her from me.
It's okay, officer. You... Sweet, sweet... She died. René
died. No, you...
Depart.
A quick grimace of pain passes over René's...
She was always leaving one of us for the other. Heck.
You always confused her. Couldn't let us...
He suddenly remembers. You are still there.
Of course, officer. Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and... No.
Then help.
He means...
I wait.
Odd. He doesn't seem to be...
I'm not.
Of course.
Can I at least finish my fucking... Everyone...
What the...
The old... There he stands.
What a...
Where were we?
Oh yes. Not in...
So that's what it was before. He doesn't know...
Of course he's... I hate this socialist rabble. But even...
Writing work mostly. Occasional... Oh.
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda.
That's just the way things work around here. No high office.
Of course. Don't sink into anything.
Just...
Come on, you...
Thank you, officer, for being a consumer.
There's a...
You like sunglasses, officer?
These
are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very...
No luck.
Oh! That visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting.
Abort.
Damn off.
They're perfect for concealing your... It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with these things. There are
Don't be...
Save the economy. That sounds... Oh,
Haven't you... Look around. Is this really the economy we want to leave to our... That's good.
you find
Economical, but also trendy. Look firsthand. But
something practical.
good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
You find...
Economical, but also trendy.
You see
I can see you with taste for
a pair of...
those...
Only Fun Ultra. We're the future. You remember the slogan from some magazine. These ones...
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the... Then look at them again. These are... No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low... Well, but see, if...
Damn. So you have to buy the sneakers first. The speakers below. These ones respect...
No, don't... No...
Samaran trash.
I am a gander and a hunt.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
It's the jam up to traffic. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long haul limb. Yeah,
It's official.
feels like for...
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak. Or he just likes unusual.
Yeah, so tell me, what do you need? Ah, man, me and narcotics. But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man? Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk.
Entrapment is a practice whereby an officer of the law...
Then what's your deal here?
So much for subtlety. Better get straight to the point.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got... Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal...
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
Oh, high-grade narcotics,
Relax. He's merely joking.
Ha! No, they usually get shipped to Grodd in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Ilmaran market lately. We're pals and all, but I can't... This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of.
A motor lorry, also called a...
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one. Not unless they've a legalized sport.
The man taps his finger.
Don't be a...
Bet you won't get mad.
Looking for something? Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let... You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Mirizza. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight. So they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage. Racial economic sabotage. Not in, not out. I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest since he left. I haven't had any...
If they were getting drunk inside the whirling in rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
What? Aren't we allowed to say that he's a Kips who do all the stealing around here? Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang. That he's a Samaran guy. Just follows the smell. Serious, he's tribard. Guess so.
Hold on, Wandering Man. How can I help you? The little boy had the good to get me into trouble. to seek I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official union. At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can fit this. So I went to this book. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes. I learned that not much. It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way.
I did some research in parts. So, as I count, there are 2 parts. I guess you won't be collecting them all then. That's less work for you at least. Oh, they're just gone. Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armor too. The one the bullet hits. Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'd have an easier time resting the spur. No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from calling me my... They're sort of like you. We're negotiating. Aye. All of it.
This seditious talk sounds like communism.
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. He's probably in his container at the harbor. So, sure thing.
What is this? News of the world? Talk about personal stuff. Get... The woman still has...
Where am I? Who are you? Never mind. I remember now. I'm still the men have this more back in until you came along, that is. This.
Striking. This man's got a hold over her. Even.
He was the big.
In all likelihood, it's...
Someone was. They're beautiful. That I will... Well, you...
The Republic of Mesk is...
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have time. Of course not. Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine. I quit
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
Oh. It's so much more than a high where I go.
Yeah, it's definite.
Then it's contraband, Loman. What?
Bad hand. Hermenegildos' bad hand. Strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people...
What do I need drugs for, Loman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary. If you...
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
Who the fuck is Iraq? Ah, and what do I care about the union boss? Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. Just this month I made half a dozen trips from No, Loman, diamonds. Where do you want? Or I can just relax and let my mind... What the... Yes? Oh, the Monozo...
A terrible...
The Transcatholia Magistral. You for one. You're...
Correct.
Is that all you woke me up to say? Of course.
The Boyadera. Boya for short.
It's an... Of course.
In the background, you can hear them.
So the Boyadera Stranglers, the most beautiful. Yes.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
looking for something? Isn't it obvious? Fucking ceiling. He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Really? Just follow the smell. It smells like apricot. Seriously though, he's usually just a little bit south of here. Down near the canal. You can't miss him. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. Guess so.
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. You see the name Sileng
Happy shopping office, everything.
from out on the...
You're very cool. Bang, bang, bang. You're right, officer. 100%. No playing around then. Strictly business. Me?
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago.
Very cool. Drugs? I don't go in unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do. That's even cooler. You investigating that and all?
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
Who said that? It's the... No, I just said I...
Realizing he can't get it.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my... Nothing. A crowd, you know.
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd.
Shush, please.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her.
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the...
All of them. I don't know.
He's aching to get back to his usual shtick.
I don't know. Maybe. If...
He's not ruling her out.
I don't know. All right. Very cool.
The maps look old and faded. You're...
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
The worn map features your finger move, finally.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
The woman is still...
Huh? What is it? What do you want? Did you just call me a lady?
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it.
I'm not that either. I'm only terrifying to small children.
Yeah, it's not her. Believe me.
How should I know? Because they can no longer rip the big one in the...
You feel in the background a quiet song.
Oh, Sim.
looking for something? I don't know what you're talking about. Listen up, fuckwit. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't... I ain't saying...
Isn't saying nothing saying something? Or did I just blow your mind?
I'm not in trouble right now, and I don't have to tell you. I don't know what you're talking... He did something. He stole... Listen up, fuckwit. You don't scare me. I ain't...
Isn't saying nothing saying something? Or did I...
No, I'm not. I'm not coming anywhere. And I don't know what you're talking about. Listen up, fuckwit. You don't scare me. You're all bark and no bite. What? Here on the street? I don't know what you're talking about.
The man bites his lip and drops the near-finished cigarette, lingering between his fingers. A lorry stuck in the windows are clear. They...
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up? I don't want to talk about that. Man, I was hoping it isn't gonna be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker, and I don't know where she is. A friend? An acquaintance? I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. Thank God I don't know. People here call her the Lady Driver. She kept her name a secret. From me too. A youngish woman. Gruff, blue and violet. Died. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she...
Then she may have dyed it again.
I didn't, man.
It's true. We would of course a lie. But... a kind heart is tricky. Bah. Emotional rhetoric. He knew something and he didn't share it with you. That's a...
Damn, I don't want to... That's how it always is with you, isn't it? She's got the darkness in her. Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her. I heard the rumors. Well... it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked... Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions.
He's right. There are other options. Wait, this guy says they're friends. Then, acquaintances. And he's okay with others ratting her out.
Fine. I don't want to be a butcher. And I don't want to be a knight either. I just want to be a person who can sleep at night. A little fame wouldn't hurt too. I thought you were a different kind of cop. Here. Her lorry's still here. Down past the statue of Philippe. The cabin is green. You can get in there with these. That's all I know. Last Friday. No. She left.
The other drivers would have to break in.
I bet you are. Nah.
This is the one the man pointed to. His friend, the glass on the side windows. The door is locked. You push the smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is a metallic drawer. Slides out. It's an issue. It looks like an article. These formulas look oddly painful. The pull-out toolbox like one of them, particularly the actress. Wait, this is... She wasted away the actresses. Looks like the peculiar frequency tableau indicates that at least unclear. for contacting an not without the dial key, the ghostly actress. You wedge yourself, but one sandpaper adds extra grip. Matching one of the footprints found from the crime scene. Looks like it, yes. You've identified the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and you should talk to them? See what they've got to say for them. The movie stars are still smiling from your clothes.
Am you okay there, Rita?
You're back. Good. What can I help? Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered? It doesn't really matter.
One of the tall buildings.
In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? Ah, good to hear. I wouldn't want to pry into a confidential police matter. Clever. A runaway. We contain multitude.
She means you know her closer now. In some way, you know her soul a bit.
That speaks of the vastness and sophistication of the operation. Were you able to examine the radio? Taking it out of commission will deal a blow to the smuggling network. High intent.
As the shipments approach Revachol.
I appreciate now. Per our original agreement, I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve...
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer, they were dispatched after I absolutely Cronell. They were the story is he was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched. Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let... It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, it was a If you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present.
The Union has over 2,000 men.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, detective?
The Seraï's giant hornet, the world's second largest
These men work in tandem using, as I said, a bloodbath. Too many things. All we can do is keep the little that is not from following suit. One single Yes. They boast a long... Sadly, if you still have
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is charged with coordinating.
Ah, yes. Your condition. I have.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as...
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. The remaining that the man was killed because he assaulted last Sunday night. Either way, that's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. If you mean did I see him alive? Lely, his service name, he was 40. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I. You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position.
One is obvious. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
That may be so.
The situation at the gates is a powder keg.
That would afford a good vantage point. I hope I can answer it better. Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying them. It's a matter of days, not weeks. I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news.
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what the magnesium levels in your blood are dangerously low. It's about yes, and it's critical. Look at maggot sideways. What are you talking about? Yes, if you want to live, you need to just remember, and it's certainly not Norse. There are 8 pairs of... You won't get far without a lieutenant here.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big...
Yeah, man.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course. Thank you. Theoretically.
He seems genuinely surprised.
Titus, I'm amazed. Where is the same professionalism when it comes to other topics?
I don't know, Lizzie. I guess theoretical things don't make me emotional. My answer is... fuck off.
Finally, you got something out of him.
And here we go.
I know! Fatty walked on all 4s. He's go fuck your mom.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all 4s. Anything else you need to know?
It's you again. What is it?
Does Kuno care? So? Yeah, so? Kuno's... Look, Pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno, you got fucked after this.
Yeah, real interesting.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want? Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath. Listen, Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around. Pig, believe it.
These could drastically improve your chance. Coach physical. They will also make you into an idiot.
Whatever. Kuno was trying to help you, but you're too fat for fat. The fuck? A mug in the trash. Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yeah? I can't. Shit, that Kuno
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's...
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno! They're trying to get you hooked on this.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno...
East Delta Commerce Center. All you hear is stat. You ring the door. What an ominous name. And off.
Kuno, please stop calling here.
She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this?
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought but the doorbell is broken and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore.
A single beep indicates you wait for a minute or two. You hear static from... She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder.
My God. It's you. My God.
It's a woman, and she knows. Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it.
Michelle, just please.
Sounds like a ghost. Wind blows through your clothes and you feel...
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care. Ever since I came to work here, it's been...
A spot of static overrides her words.
It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
She sounds... The cold is deep under your skin. As if you were talking. She doesn't answer. Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay. Another seagull passes by. An old called East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial. Silence. No one. Silence. No one. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want silence. No one answers.
Can I help you? You're already set for the night. Your door is unlocked. Another thing. Yes?
The man ponders his cooking. He looks up at you. Then, shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Behind the dockworkers, a
Shame!
Don't think so.
Silence. He takes the photo, hard as a stone.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in. What it means.
And what must have been.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one. Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the...
Benito.
He spent a month
with some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic.
Our boy, at dawn, we shot the boy. He was used. She was quite god. Drowned.
Something stirs in your stomach.
No. I was in the domain. Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off. Go ahead.
All right. On the photo in your hands.
Free flow of commerce!
Fucking bug.
I'm going to interpret that as a yes.
How about you fuck off now, huh?
The man's breathing steadies.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Your race descent has temporarily halted, but you will.
Looking for something?
The tear machines. Your bottles clunk into the... You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache. You finally stop picking your nose. Time passes. You wonder how your gun is doing. Hopefully, it's okay. You wonder how your gun...
Gendarmerie. You found me.
His slender figure is backlit by city light, and his shirt is still unbuttoned.
Beautiful. So tell me, are you here to make things right again? Beautiful. I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting. Mm-hmm. Trust me. That's nice, but...
He takes...
Besides...
Something tells an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
To the city.
A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, music blasting over the entire district. It's chilly.
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, all right?
And he's gone again.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
His hands are clean and well manicured.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good.
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot.
Of course. Let me just say it has been an emotional week for me. I'm sorry to say I did, officer. Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw.
He holds out his hands and blossoms.
No. I mean, it was so strange. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this. I couldn't tell you exactly.
Sound familiar? That matches the prince you observed at the scene.
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human. I went back inside. Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. All men, I presume. But again...
That doesn't quite comport with what you know. Don't forget the lady drop.
It's possible, officer, but I cannot say with certainty. It was very dark. I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent. Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory... I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add. All I can say is that it was late. No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day. Of course, anything I can do to assist the RCM. The coalition, the economy impacts the entire international... you could say I'm... Yes.
Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there? Or maybe there is. God, it's impossible to understand whether someone from the moral intern is...
Your employer, technically, it is the most important thing. It's the center which is essential for maintaining the social... Take your daily... That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation, but not too far. The coalition believes in the importance of informing a sound money... But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. What's there to... Moreover...
Darling,
Because, well, you could say I'm undoing. It's the but of course. Well, do you value freedom? Do you believe in a normal? The Occidentist Martinez, Rivachol, but they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking. Is this option D usually the most reasonable answer? Sounds like your moralism. Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Oranje is an exemplary nation who, as a core member of it, as founding members, Oranje is a...
But that didn't...
About what? Oh, it's very urban and very well organized. Whatever you wish, officer. Ah, my friend. Kedra is a candidate member of... That it's never going to happen. They enter negotiations into EPIS.
God, yeah.
It was such a wild... Why? It stands for progress and it's been such a soup. You mean it's one day...
Except that...
No. But we were talking about my friend here. Not... How did any of... Au contraire. Kedra is a... That it's EPIS.
God, yeah.
It was... Why? It's been such a soup. You mean it's one day...
Except that...
No. But we were talking about my friend here. Sorry. Who? But I told you, officer, he's a truly free spirit. I'm just enjoying the view. We're old friends. Nothing. I'm sure you'll see him around. I'm all ears, officer. A moment. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave. Of course.
It's you again. What is it? A witness? You ain't got...
That's just tactics, Titus.
Well, let's hear it.
He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance. This goes without saying. But nonetheless, don't give out his name.
It's like you said, Al. Copper's coming up with this on the spot.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band.
Yeah. It's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the street.
They're avoiding having to answer this question.
We were drinking, weren't we, guys? I hit the bottle hard. I was drunk as fuck.
Arab guy? Boss, I think he's...
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there, too. I already told you. We were all there. That means absolutely nothing to me.
What is this fella's problem?
You didn't break this wagon fort, but you did manage to rattle the people inside a bit.
Great.
So much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having this info.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting...
Can I help you?
The door is closed. Still nothing. Still, this door, as you hold the metal, you sense the warmth left there by her. This door, as you hold, still nothing. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. The bed is still cold from... The bed is still...
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming. You're not cool. It's your disgust.
That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately.
Oh, you're just stuck here. In the half-world. Could try look...
Oh.
Maybe if you know, like, took a lot of drugs, maybe if you cracked the damn thing, then you'd feel satisfied and tired. Maybe if you weren't so hard on yourself.
What do you think you're...
Letty.
But it never...
Put on your prettiest face for them. Why does art inspire you so much? Is it, in short, have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes. Such vigor. Already you express a sharp, descriptive mind, ready to slice through the empty and superficial. Bravo. This was a good call. That guy probably... The door is closed. Still nothing. This door, as you hold the...